Hey there, folks. Welcome to My Life as a Russian Spy. I'm Hank the Trucker. And this is my first video about my experience buying a truck from Lone Mountain Truck Leasing and leasing on to Landstar. I'm a 51-year-old single dad, 2 kids, ages 12 and 20. I live in Central Arizona, and I got one in college and one in 6th grade. And I'm looking to lease on with Landstar and run the runs I want to run. I have been a truck driver since I was age 17. I learned to drive at a company school called E01 Truck Driver Training in Boulder City, Nevada, when I was 17 years old. And they actually had a choice of over-the-road and construction driver, where they taught you how to drive an end dump and a 2-stick transmission, a front end loader so you could load your own sand and aggregate products, and forklifts even. Obviously at age 17, I was 18 when I took the drive test for my Class 1 license in Boulder City, Nevada. And our Class 1 drive test at the school was driving a loaded 48-foot van with a cab-over Kenworth with manual steering, no power steering, no AC, from Boulder City, Nevada, all the way down the grade to the Hoover Dam, across the Hoover Dam, up the other side into Arizona, and back to the school in Boulder City. And I remember the big thing was, if you were not able to find a gear and had to come to a complete stop and get in a gear, you failed the test. And that was a big thing on me. And I remember we did it, and there's not a truck driving school in America today that has as a thorough and as a difficult test as that test and that schooling. But on the other hand, that was just a license to learn, and it took years of experience before I felt comfortable, really comfortable in a truck. And to this day, there are things that I can tell you. I've driven gas tanker, years of experience. Flatbed, years of experience. Reefer. Of course, van. And right now, prior to buying my truck, most recently, I've been doing the shuttle between Phoenix and Southern California daily, home daily. Still running about 2,200 miles a week, every single week. Let me tell you something, I've got over 250,000 miles on I-10 between Phoenix and Southern California. I know every pothole on that route. Literally. I'm not kidding you. And that gets old after a while. But I think I've topped out, experience-wise. And anyway, today is April 17th, 2018. And I am heading to Las Vegas, Nevada tomorrow to get in my truck. At Lone Mountain, we got to get there. We got to take it and get the Landstar inspection over at the Petro. Then I'm going to go to W.W. Williams and get a dyno. And then I am going to set my truck up as much as I can. You know, I'm going to go to Walmart and get some linen and some bedding and maybe a little 12-volt fridge or something, and a little microwave and a little inverter. Get everything set up, and then I'm gonna leave it there in Las Vegas and come back here to Phoenix, and I am going to pay for my secure parking here in Phoenix, because I had to set up I live in an apartment. I had to set up secure parking. And I found a good place here in Phoenix to set up my truck for less than $200 a month, which is, I think, fair. Where I can leave my car during the week and leave my truck and trailer on the weekend or whenever I come back for a layover. But being a single dad, even though I do have help with childcare, it is going to be, you know, imperative that I get back as much as I can. And I'm also going to be moving when my son graduates college this August. I'm going to be moving to Washington State to be closer to my girlfriend. So anyway, Lone Mountain Truck Leasing and Landstar. There's a few guys out there on YouTube. They're doing it. I'm joining them, and you're going to see the experience from the beginning. Okay. It took me a solid month to make the decision to go with Lone Mountain. I was approved at Arrow Truck Sales as well, and I went down there to pick up a truck, and they had agreed to do quite a bit of work to that truck before I drove it. But when I found out that it was using coolant and that it had a strong smell of coolant, to me that could have been a liner, although I didn't see any coolant in the oil. That could have been a injector cups. That could have been anything. And they said they had done a DOT inspection on it, and it had 3 lights that were out. So Arrow Truck Sales, DOT inspection, 3 lights on the tractor that were out. Plus a strong smell of coolant and a lot of shiny black paint all over the hoses and the frame. That's something Lone Star doesn't do. They do clean them up really well. But, you know, one I'm going for is a 2014 Freightliner with the DD15 Detroit in there. And so, we'll see. Thanks for putting up with this video so far. I cannot remember the name of all the guys that I see on YouTube. But, God, I want to say Daniel McCarty. Is that a name of a guy? He bought a Freightliner and he had a problem with a liner, but his NPT warranty kicked in just a couple weeks before he even hauled a load, I think. I've been watching him quite a bit. He's doing good. He's doing well. Very smart about saving the money for the maintenance. That's what my thing's going to be. Put away that money for the maintenance. Put away that money for the maintenance. You know, I haven't bought a new car. I haven't moved into a house. I'm keeping my cheap apartment. All for the love of getting a strong maintenance fund. Putting some money away in the maintenance fund that's available to me at Landstar, so that they can see I'm serious about maintenance. And if, God forbid, I do have a big deal, you know, Landstar's got a program for contractors that are serious about saving for maintenance, where they'll help you out. It's different for each person, but you have to work hard to qualify for that. But I'm going to work hard to do just that. And then makes sense. Makes sense. MAKECENTS. Makes sense. He recommended Lone Star. He did his first truck, I think, through a finance company, and then he broke out on his own, I think, after being an owner-operator for a few years and got his own authority. God bless him. That's my goal. When my son's done with college, we'll see what he's going to do. My 20-year-old, he may go out there and work for a company or two. Hey, if he wants to drive truck, I'm letting him make his own decision. I just told him he has to get a college education. But if I end up with my own authority, I could see him coming on board and working for the company as a partner in the company. But I got some big dreams, some big fears, especially about maintenance and major breakdowns and that kind of thing. But anyway, I'm just a normal guy doing normal things. Today, look, come on. Hey, I'm so cheap. I'm doing laundry in the kitchen. That's right. I take this right here. I take this washing machine and I use a hand truck and I put it in the kitchen right here. And I hook it up to the sink and I do my laundry right there. And then I have a little 110 volt dryer that I use in the bedroom and vent to the outside. Hey, utilities included in this apartment. So, but anyway, been working hard to make a change. My ultimate goal is to have a small, successful trucking and transportation company and used car sales business. We've got this entrepreneurial spirit and some rental properties, because I'd love to be able to retire in the next 7-8 years with a small income. of a small monthly income to be able to retire over in Thailand with my girlfriend. Anyway, oh yeah, for all you guys with the minds in the gutter, no, she's not some young thing. She's older than me. But she's a Thai lady I met here. But that's how I fell in love with Thailand. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Come along with me. Lone Mountain Truck Leasing, Landstar. We'll see what happens, right? I'll take you guys along tomorrow when I get there to look at the truck for the first time. Thanks.